So let's start this, shall we? If I would help Fatch press play. This is a bronze 1 Vi we're gonna be looking at today. If this goes on YouTube, welcome to YouTube. But I'm actually streaming right now. Every Friday is sub coaching day. If you ever want to get coached yourself, feel free to come on over. But yeah, I'll roast this guy's CS count on Snap. Okay, you do that. Alright, so actually, oh, Splice, really, man? You got a splicing, Kez? Yeah, that's grim. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so, see what you start with first. W, alright. You start with your E or W, that's fine. I actually think either's good. Start E second, good. It's actually good. The way you, like, position the chickens to get all of them with your E is good. Whoa, where are you going now? Okay, that's a little bit weird. That's a little bit weird. So, in theory, it would make a bit more sense for you to probably do your red first, because Amu is going to be busy taking his jungle, and you've got your smite up, right? So there's no real reason for you to not take your red at that point. In my opinion, at least. Like, there's no reason not to take your red, because I don't know, it will spawn sooner. You can go and take the crab after with your Q easier anyway, and then maybe you can gank after. I just think that's a really weird, like, reason to go and take crab at that point. But so far, this is fine. Vi's clear is really good, so you can get away with doing a completely full clear on her. In my opinion, by the way, I would get refillable potions, not the normal pots, because Vi doesn't take very much damage in the jungle. Her clear is very good. It's quite fast, healthy as well. So refillable, not 3 pots, because you're kind of just wasting it. You don't need all 3. You'll get, like, you've only used 2 pots, right? You could easily only use 2 pots in your full clear. Okay, so let's see what you can do right now, right? There's no point in ganking mid lane. She is so close to her tower, and the wave is pushing, by the way, so there's no point in going mid right now. Top lane, Amumu is actually there. I personally would have gone top here to try and do something. Or okay, you can counter jungle, that works too. Now is a good time to gank though. Go on, do it! Do it, go! Nice, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, you should have chased that. Should have chased that. She's like so screwed in her jungle, right? So you should have chased that, but let's just have a look at this real quick, because a lot of Vi's damage, by the way. I got it. I'm gold in solo queue. Dude, Steve, congrats, my man. Welcome to the stream, and congrats on gold. So let's break this down very quickly, because this is really important. You use your E as an auto reset. If you don't know what auto reset, by the way, watching this, you don't know what it means. It means that you auto attack. Every auto attack has a spacer in between it, right? Your attack speed and stuff. So you auto attack, and then you immediately use your E for basically 2 auto attacks in like half a second. Let's see if you do it. This is really important. Auto attack once, then use your E. No, you don't. So you would have actually killed her here. I don't know, like, if you'd have realized this, but actually, like, I'm not kidding either. If you, as soon as you Q her, you auto, then you E, in the same space of time as what you just did then, you would have done extra damage, an extra auto's worth of damage, and you would have killed her. The flash here is fine, but chase. Just immediately chase, right? And don't let off either, because she's going into your jungle, you're completely safe. You should have chased that. So, yeah. But that's just literally, that. All that is just auto reset. You need to use your E as an auto reset. Apart from that, good gank though. You still got her flash. That's fine. So there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Hang on a sec. You said you're bronze 1 and you bought pink ward. I'm diamond. I don't buy pink wards. What is this? Hello? Are you bronze 1 in Korea or something? Okay, so repeat gang? Okay, she's dead anyway. See, I think you get an assist for that, really, because Annie killed her because she had no flash, right? So that's a good job. That's very risky. So basically, you have to think, alright, what happens if someone is over that wall? I know it's unlikely, right? But like, if your Q is your gap closer, right? It's your escape tool as well. So if you use a Q over this, like that, and you are seen, how are you going to get away, you know? So that's risky. That is kind of risky. Also, using your Q over a wall like that is kind of random. I guess it's personal preference. Andy Gio, welcome to the club. Thank you very much for subscribing. Let's get some 5-pin chat. Thank you very much for subbing. I really appreciate it. So far, you've done fine. You haven't really done it. Oh. I might have gone on that. No, okay. I'll let you off. So far, you've done okay, but you haven't really impacted the map in like 8 minutes, right? You had that gank mid, which is good. Apart from that, you're power farming, which is fine-ish, but like now you're 6, you have to use this ult, okay? So this is a cooldown thingy, right? Hey, found Platinum 1 now. Nice, Killer. Good job. This is like for every single person, any role, any lane, whatever it is. The way to actually have an impact in the game more than anything else is pick a cooldown. So pick any single cooldown you have. Is your ult, if it's like Yumu's, I don't know, whatever it is. And it's every single time it's up, you look up, like up at the map, and you're just like, okay, what can I do with it, right? Where can I use my ult now? Where can I use my ability, my item, whatever it is? Where can I use that cooldown now instead of saving it? So like, you should really be thinking about now, like what should be going through your head is like, where do I use my ult, right? What do I do with this ult now? So right now, obviously, you're defending mid, that's fine. Okay, that was a bad ult. I mean, I don't think I have to really break that down. The Q-in was good to defend your Annie, I like that, but obviously the ultimate on a spell shield is probably not the best thing you've ever done in the world, Kez, but I respect the fact that you did that. I respect the fact you did that, and you gave me the replay still to look at. That's, Oh, fuck that! Don't give me your second red! Yo! What is that? Take that red! Screw... No! Don't give... Don't give her the red buff. Yo, take that and gank with it, my friend. Kill that Lucian. Go on, get him. Nice. Oh, that flash. Oh, Ash, my eyes are bleeding. Okay. Well, that was good. You got the flash. Yeah, good. Go Baron. Go Dragon. Sorry, because the meme is top. I like that. So a lot of this is going to be power farming for now, and then do something when you got your ult back. Yo, why is Ash taking so much from you? Screw her. That crab should be yours, you know. Oh, shorted that. Bit premature on your release of your Q there. Definitely did not mean anything else with that either before you guys start that one. Okay, how much gold do you got? If you got enough, you're warrior now. This is a bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, so this is a little like Rengar, right? Like, you're a nice guy. No, I guess you're an idiot, my friend. I'm just kidding. But you definitely don't be nice. Be a dick. You don't win League of Legends by being a nice guy, you know? Okay, so like your ultimates are a lot like Rengar, Nocturne, these kind of champions where your first few ults in a game is going to determine how the other game goes. If you use them well, you get your team and yourself ahead. If you use them badly, you're kind of just sitting there waiting another 2 minutes before it comes back up, right? So you need to, this is bronze 1, by the way. So you need to try it and make sure you use your ult only when you're going to get something out of it. Like, this is really forced because, one, if you just look at like how this is, right? You have no mana. The Ash has no mana. So like you have to think about, okay, if I do this, what's going to happen after? Like, okay, so you go in, you Q, fine, fair enough. But what are you going to do now you dive in? Like, nobody has any cooldowns. Nobody has any mana. And yeah, you just have to flash out. So that's just kind of bad decision making, basically. It's just like not really thinking ahead, like not really thinking what am I going to do with this after it, basically, more than anything else. So just have a, like, you know, obviously, you know, Kez, you're a smart guy. You subscribe to me, so you must be smart. Making good decisions. But in this game, you just need to think a little bit more about like what actually is going to happen. Yeah, after you do something, right? But your ultimates, I think you need to be a bit careful because they really do impact your lane. Like your game. Like they impact everything. Like how much you're going to do stuff. What keystone do you have, by the way? Why do you have Grasp of the Undying, my friend? So, Grasp of the Undying is a top lane mastery, okay? I don't know if you meant to do that or not, Kez, but Strength of the Ages or Thunderlords for damage, one of the two. So yeah, one of the two. Don't get Grasp of the Undying. It's really, in my opinion, not that good. Okay, so we're gonna break that down. Nice, good job. Take tower first. Right, cool. So, yeah, Strength of the Ages is if you want to get tanky, and then Thunderlords is if you want to do damage. Really, like Grasp of the Undying doesn't really do anything. Okay, so this is how you like play fights more on a Vi. Okay. So this guy's gonna jump in onto you. You need to be thinking about as well, how am I gonna see this fight happening? What happens if he flashes away? Kind of stuff like that. So when he goes on you here, right, he's gonna go on you. That's fine. But at this point, you've used your Q and your ultimate straight away. Now, you didn't really need to use your ult that early. It's okay, it's not bad, but save your Q right now, because when you're in auto range like this, you don't need to use your Q. Yes, like, that's the combo you would do if you want to burst someone. You're not bursting an enemy, you're trying to make sure that he doesn't run away. When he flashes now, you don't have your Q available, so you can't chase him, right? So that's basically just like, yes, this works out, but in future, don't use both of your gap closers. What are you maxing, actually? Damn, this Yasuo is a beast. Don't use both your gap closers on someone who's right next to you. Save one of them for when they try and escape, right? It's like, for example, Kha'Zix. When you're going to gank with a Kha'Zix, some Kha'Zix will like jump into the gank, but actually the best way of doing it is to walk up to them, wait for them to flash away, and then you jump after. Okay, so you're maxing your Q. This is the other thing as well. Your Q is a lot of your damage when you're maxing Q, right? So you need to actually charge it up and you need to use it for damage.
Let's be friends forever.
That is so loud.
I will never forget that night with you. You improved me so much. Thank you. G3, here I come in the bum.
Thanks, Glyn. Thanks for that one, my friend. Thanks for the $2. Yeah, so... You just need to be a bit more aware, and if you're gonna max your Q, use Q for damage, okay? I went off a... Yo, hang on a second. Kez, you went off a Mobify build? No, please. Okay. No, don't ever. No one. No, please. Don't ever use Mobify. Don't ever use Mobify. Maxing Q first is good, by the way. That's what I do, because it's better for ganks. It does more damage. But please, for the love of God, do not use Mobify. That is the worst website for builds ever. Like, I just got triggered so hard right there. Okay. Champion.gg. I'll link you after. Use that, okay? That's the highest win rate. You can see the highest win rate and most common builds, and just use it off of that. Just please do not go. Please don't look at Mobify anymore, okay? Whatever you do after this, please just don't ever use Mobify again. Please. Oh my word. Alright, so. Damn, dude. Yo, your build is so ham. You went Sheen. I actually quite like going Warrior to Triforce, but I normally go Warrior into Phage because I have no balls. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's much better. That's much better. Nice. Good job. That's much better. So, like, when you actually are able to follow it up with something, that's much, much, much better. Nice. Good job again. You need to really get in the habit, though, of using your auto into E. Don't just use your E randomly. At the moment, you're panic using your E. You're just spamming the ability, right? You're not actually using... Why are we watching this fight in slow motion? I have no idea. Hey, Grasp actually saved you there. But, yeah. Just, like, get in the habit of using auto into E. Okay. Mobify is a Wikipedia of builds. It is. It actually is. It's like, no offense to anybody who uses it, by the way. And I know I made that into like a joke and stuff, but like, Mobify is just full of really random stuff, and literally anybody put builds on there. Like, you know, yeah, it's just not a good idea. Just try not to do that. Okay, you should do that Dragon right now, I think. Okay, that's really risky though. Oh, yeah. So this is a problem right now, is like, you have to be a bit careful. So I know you're running around here because you're just like, well, let's deal the area ready for Dragon. The idea is good, but you have no vision. You have no teammates with you. Your teammates are here as well. And if you were looking, you would have seen Lux is over the wall. So this is just a really, really risky invade. And there's no real need to do it, right? So like if you're gonna go full damage like this, it's perfectly fine. But you have to appreciate that, you know, you're more about getting picks. You're more about finding someone alone and like ulting them and killing them, or like with a teammate. You're not really about like diving in first kind of thing. Can you fast respond to who is a good jungler for Silver 1? They ban my main. You can jungle with anything, but like, I mean, even Warwick is actually really good right now. Vi's good. Lee Sin. Zack's probably the best though. Nice. Okay. This is actually one thing I'm glad you did. But I think you're about to die there as well. But basically, when you're maxing Q on the build, you don't really want to use it as like this. This is for a gap closing Q, right? You use it to get in range, and then you use it on your ult. Now, again, you're not using your auto into E, but I'm not going to mention that anymore because I've already talked about that. But the problem is, like, once you do this, you have no damage. So what you really need to do, you know how when you ulted in onto that Lucian and Kennen, you killed
Let's
both,
be
right?
friends forever.
Oh
Sorry,
my god,
it's
that
not
scared the
much,
shit
but
out of
put
me.
this towards the 5-star. Lol. Smiley face.
Oh, that actually scared the crap out of me. Thank you very much, Emily, for the $2. Oh, I need to turn that down. That actually scared me so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever jumped on the stream before. I don't think I've ever jumped on the stream. I'm sorry, Kez. 1 second. I don't think I've ever actually jumped on the stream before. But that was really loud. That was really loud. Oh my god. Okay, maybe just turn these down. I don't know if they're busted or something, but they're really loud at the moment. I hate getting jump scared. Ah! Okay, so anyway. Thank you for the $2, by the way. Yeah, so basically, like, the reason it worked before is because you ulti and then you use your Q and your E and stuff. If you dive in here like this, you actually don't have any follow-up damage. So that's why you don't want to do this, really. Yeah, you're going to get deleted. So far, you see, it's just little things like this where you shouldn't really be going in at that time, or just, like, going in at better times, making sure you use your Q for damage rather than anything else. Oh, I actually, literally just got jump scared by a freaking donation. But yeah, so actually, like, so far it's not that bad, but you're just choosing wrong times to go in, basically. I hope this is kind of helping to give you, I'm not trying to tell you, okay, that's bad, this is good kind of stuff. I'm trying to tell you, like, what looks good and what looks bad, so that you can take it to the next game and know what you should try and be looking for. So, like, fights where you just press R, right? You don't have to Q into range. You press, if there's follow-up for your QR, like, if there's follow-up damage, it's fine to use your Q as a gap closer. But if it's you diving in on your own and you're expected to do a lot of the damage yourself, then you need to make sure that you're... Why is Soraka not healing you? Does she not know what a heal does? Yeah, if you're expected to do a lot of the damage, then you need to do it yourself, right? Oh, damn, man. You got wrecked by that Lux. I still think that was a good play, though. I still think that flash shot was a good play. I'm not gonna... taking the advice. Good, good. I'm glad, Kez. I'm glad. Because I don't really want these to be like, you know, where I'm just like pointing out mistakes and in hindsight. Hindsight is so easy. You could do this yourself, right? So that's what I'm trying not to do. I'm trying to point out more of what you should be doing and like what is a good way of... what you should like look for, I guess, so that you know how to... You can apply it to each individual situation, I guess. If you learn what to do, it doesn't matter if the situation's like different, you still got the same rough idea. So you see again, you're not really using... Damn, man. You're not really ever using your Q for damage, and I think that's a big problem here. This build is all about one shot, right? You have to understand the build you're going for is literally one shot. Heavy AD and Sheen. So what you do is you Q in, that's loads of your AD, right? You do loads of damage, you auto attack, you E, you ult. That's the combo how it should be done. Or you ult, you then auto E and Q, like to just insta pop the Q. That's how the combo should be done, and that's what you're looking for this build, right? That is literally what this build is for. Just trying to one-shot people. You do support coaching next. I don't think you did any yet. I did actually do one. I did do a support coaching one. Hey, JD, welcome to the stream. But, oh, damn. Okay, unlucky. Yeah, so I think it just went Well, I mean, there's not much point going to say. It's obvious you just shouldn't get hit by the bone, right? That's kind of unfortunate, but that happens. Don't worry about it. Just stay a little bit further away. This build is very squishy, right? You're literally... Oh my, you're still going for more damage? You crazy man. Like, this build is all about, like, diving in, finding someone alone, one-shotting them. It's not really about being at the front like this. You're kind of playing it very tanky style, but you're not a tank. That's the problem. I think you have to realize that. You're not very tanky with this build. And also, by the way, I think Warrior into Trifle is more than enough damage to kill stuff. So after that, I would go for defense. I would go Deadmans. I would go Spirit Visage. Banshees in this game would be very good for Amumu, Kennen, Morgana, the Lux. I think Banshees is underrated in this kind of situation, so yeah. Holy moly, Kennen. Not Kennen. Ashe, why? Nice. That's better. This is better. This is better. I'm not sure about the ult onto Morgana. She's not exactly a priority target. So I think maybe you should try and ult the priority, but I don't mind that. That's at least, like, that was a good ult still, at least, like, away from the fight. You're trying to pick someone off and fight them, which is good. Coach Ben, no way. Hey, the Never K, welcome. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just coaching. It's kind of hard to look at chat and coach at the same time, because obviously, like, I want to focus on the game a little bit as well, but I'll be looking at chat as much as I can. That looks like a teacher from my school. Really? I don't think I look that old. Okay, let's break that down real quick. Okay. I bet you use your Q to dive. Yeah, okay. So, that's actually fine. Like, that is actually fine. That's a good trade. That's fine. You're not really going to kill the Amumu, though, because he's gotten so much armor and stuff. But I don't think that's that bad. That, though, that's questionable, right? Like, you have to... I think you need to imagine more, just in your head, right? What do you think is going to happen? Because, obviously, right now, it's pretty obvious that you flash into everybody like that and you're going to die. Chances are you probably didn't see Kennen and you were tunning really hard on the Amumu. But even just the Amumu on his own, I wouldn't flash after Amumu because he's a tank, right? You're not really going to kill him, so... Like, a lot of this, I honestly genuinely believe is just, you're not really thinking about what is going to happen. You're just, like, in the moment of, okay, I want to fight kind of thing. So, the big stuff so far, your early farm was fine on Vi. You need to gank a little bit more, I think. At 6, you need to make sure your ultimates are worthwhile. So, your ults are really important. The first 2 especially. Make sure that you use them in like a lane where you think you're going to get follow-up. So for example, Yasuo, go top and use your ult because he's going to guaranteed ultimate from your ult, right? That's going to be more than enough damage to kill somebody. So it's kind of that style of thing. It's like, where am I going to get the most out of my ult? That's the first 2. So the first 2 ult, you're doing your combo a little bit wrong. You need to always use your auto into E. Even then, you didn't just do it on the minions. Auto into E, so much better. Make sure you're doing that, and use your Q for damage rather than using your Q for like a gap closer. Just right there, for example, use your Q to get closer to the inhib. What happens now if someone charges after you, right? There's still 3 people alive on the screen. So what happens? Like, I know you have it up now with the blue buff, but if someone was there earlier, like, you're not exactly going to be able to get out, are you? Because you've just used your gap closer to go in. So that's what you have to think about, is like, you need to think more in advance about what might happen. Again, you just went over the wall. Like, I understand you're going to get it back up. It's a low cooldown and stuff. But like, what if someone was over the wall, right? You have no idea if someone's there. So you just need to think a bit more, I think, about what you're trying to do. That was very ham. You are very bloodthirsty, my friend. You are very bloodthirsty. But you're also very squishy. I think this is the thing you don't really get as much right now, is that yes, you have loads of damage, but you have loads of damage if you use your combo properly. So if you use your Q in the combo, if you use your auto into E, use your machine damage and stuff, like, you need to pick people on their own rather than diving in just whenever you see somebody. You're very aggressive though. I like that. I like that. Yeah, so build wise, right, so, okay, this is like, okay, if I ask you right now why you bought Sterak's, I think you're probably going to tell me because you saw the build. I bet you're just working off a build right now because this 3-item power spike is like some of the most damage you can get on Vi, because Sterak's increases Sheen damage because of the base AD. It also gives you a shield, which kind of helps, but like this is kind of the typical 3-item spike that people talk about a lot, like these 3 with just Vi or a lot of Triforce champions and stuff. But there's a couple of things. So like you really need to adjust your play for like different games. So they have a Morgana, Bind crowd control. They have a Mumu crowd control. They have Lux crowd control. They have Kennen crowd control. They have 4 stuns on their enemy team. Well, 5 actually. Mumu has 2. Morgana has 2. So that's 6 stuns at least, right, on the enemy team. And you don't even have your Merc Treads yet, right? You don't have no magic resist either against a full AP team apart from Lucian. Lucian hasn't got much damage though yet either. So this is the kind of like max health damage on Serex. Yeah, so this is like Serex makes sense, right, with this build for sure. It makes sense. It does a good damage, but for this game, Sterak's does not really do what you want to get out of your gold, right? Like, you've just invested more gold in a shield and more damage, but you already have loads of damage. Like, you don't need more. What you need right now is some kind of, like, magic resist or anything like that. Okay, that was a good flash out, though. You need to get your Qs down, because Qs are really important to hit when you're going full damage Vi. Qs are really important to hit. If you go tanky Vi, if you went Cinderhulk and tank and stuff, Qs don't matter. You don't have to hit them. If you're going damage Vi, you need to hit those Qs. It's so important. It's so much your damage. But yeah, see how much you've just taken right now, just from like poke damage around the map and stuff. Like just you're not even in a team fight, but you're already low half health because you got no magic resist. So this is just like think in the game. What do I need right now, right? This game, Merc Tread should have been your second item after Warrior, in my opinion. I think that's how big of a deal it would have been. Maybe you could have got it after your Triforce as well. Lam Percy, thank you very much for subscribing. Let's get some Viper chat. Thank you very much. But yeah, so Mercs maybe after 2 items, but they should definitely be like, you should have bought them by now. Also, Banshee's really good against AP teams, especially against stuns and stuff like that. It would have helped you a lot. So a lot of this stuff is very basic errors, but the good thing is, like, this is stuff you can fix so easily as well. Like, you've done some stuff good, but the stuff you've done wrong are kind of spiraling from the same thing. So one, like your build, going in when you have no real vision, you're not really thinking about, okay, what's going to happen next. But that's something very easy to fix, because now I've told you, you go into a game today and you look at like think about what you're doing and stuff. I guarantee you will not make half of these mistakes because you're thinking about, okay, well, what's going to happen if I do that, right? Am I actually going to get a kill? Am I not? Someone could be here. That's the kind of thing you want to be thinking about a lot more. But just like adapt your build to what you actually want from the game, I think. That's probably like the biggest stuff anyway so far. But you're obviously... Wait, hang on a sec. Yo, you're triggering me with how much you use your Q as a gap closer. You need to use it for damage. The only reason you use your Q for a gap closer is when you... Only reason you use it for a gap closer is when you are a tanky Vi. When you're trying to engage. Not when you're trying to use it for damage. You need to work on hitting your Qs though. If you're gonna go damage, so it was said, yeah, a lot of this is like, it's like, okay, so if I had told you at the very start of this game, right, make sure you use your Qs for damage, make sure you think about what you're gonna do before it, make sure you build properly, because like you're building to react to the enemy team after what the items you've got, right? Like that kind of stuff. Like that's kind of stuff that you need to be told it once, and then that's all you need to be told, right? Because it's quite easy to do, you just don't really know to do it, if that makes sense. That's why some of this stuff is so easy to fix, because it's like, and like the auto into E instead of just using your E all the time, which is what you were doing. Like stuff like this, you only really need to be told once. And hopefully after this game, in future, this should make a big improvement, because this is just like basic stuff. Oh man, this is a really risky Baron. Oh, you smite early. Oh no, that's not good. Don't ever try and smite early just to rush it down. I know like sometimes you feel like it's a good idea. Go for the Lux. Oh damn. Okay, nice. You still got there though. Also into Q again, she'll be dead, right? Nice, good job though. Better. Nice. You kind of redeem yourself for that, I guess. Don't ever smite early, try and rush it down though. I know like a lot of new players do this. just, it's not worth. Definitely not worth. But it's also hard because what you're doing there, I know you miss your smite and stuff, but you're putting yourself under a lot of pressure to, you're actually going to win the game off that. You're putting yourself under a lot of pressure because you're allowing it to be 50-50 to a smite still, right? Like, if you put yourself in that situation, it's really hard, I think. And you don't really need to put yourself in that situation. Proof your videos on YouTube are climbing from bronze 1 silver 4 at 2 weeks. Nice. Good job, man. Good job. Human nature to panic when smiting. It is, exactly. This is what I'm saying about it's not really you. I'm not blaming you, but it's the situation you put yourself in, right? If you put yourself in the situation where you're going to be challenged for a smite and you're going to make it 50-50, a lot of people are going to panic and they'll smite too early or too late because it's just really hard to stay calm and watch the figures and have the reaction speed to press it at the same time. So yeah, it's just one of those situations where you don't really want to put yourself in anyway. Okay, unfortunate. Shouldn't really ult anyone when Morgana is nearby because even a grandma is going to press E in the time it takes you to fly at them. Nice. In you go. Okay. That should be game. Right, so I think that's pretty good, but what I'm going to say is, so there's a couple of things, right? Use your auto into E reset with your the auto reset. Use that properly. Use your key for damage. Maybe try a tanky Vi build. So what I would recommend would be like a Cinderhulk into Triforce, then into Deadman's Plate, then into Spirit Visage or Banshees. In my opinion, that would be a really good build for you to play on while you're learning via more because this does a lot of damage, but so does the Cinderhulk into Triforce. But it's way more forgiving. If you get caught, it doesn't matter as much. You don't have to use your key for damage all the time. You can use it to engage, which is a lot of what you were trying to do. You're trying to pick fights, but like your build is more of a carry build. So maybe try going tank. Strength of the Ages is much better than Grasp of Undying, so you can change that as well. Hopefully that helps though, and yeah, hope that helps. If you have any questions and stuff, ask me out in chat and we'll obviously answer them. But yeah, I think if I upload this to YouTube, then that's all for this time, so I'll catch you in tomorrow's video.